Hi, it's me again. Let's do a little recap since it's been a while since I posted my last video. Last I saw you guys, I want to say it was on a Thursday after I got into town from the trail. Turns out, after seeing two doctors, I had a pretty bad case of the flu. I had no vitamin D in my body, and my blood acidity level was ridiculously high. And all that, I think, was probably why I wasn't able to eat for about 2 days of the trail. I actually had to hike a total of 12 miles on no food, which pretty much wore me out. And I spent about 3 to 4 days in a motel before finally coming to the realization that I was absolutely going home, which was a cool experience in itself. I had to get a shuttle out of Dahlonega, which is really just this guy in a truck who did a shuttle service. Cost about $95 to go from Dahlonega, Georgia to Atlanta. And I took the train in Atlanta to the bus station and took the bus station home. Spent all day on the bus, which I had never done the bus before, which was interesting. And after that, I had to have spent about 3 weeks in bed. Well, basically in and out of bed. At the end of the 3 weeks, I started running again and working out a little bit more to get my health up. Basically, I've been back ever since. I haven't gone back. I spent most of my money on doctors since I didn't have health insurance, which is kind of hard to have since I had my health insurance previously through an employer. But, you know, when I left that job, I lost the health insurance. So now I'm back. Just been spending the last few months looking for a job and just trying to have some fun. One thing that comes along with not completing the trail, there was a fair amount of depression, which is still going on. But I find if I keep myself productive, that's not really much of an issue. But I'm about to show you guys some clips of things I've been doing since then, of just ways to have fun and to get outside and do some stuff. But yeah, I'd also like to thank Neon. I met him on my way to Woody Gap, and he offered me a ride into Dahlonega. None of the shuttles were picking people up, or at least not answering the phone whenever I called, and he was awesome. Got me into Dahlonega and took me to the Days Inn there, and which was really awesome. The lady at the Days Inn got me an appointment at a doctor 15 minutes after I got into town, and he managed to get me a prescription, which actually helped me eat a little and stop all the throwing up, which was really cool. 15 minutes to get into town. I had to walk down the road to get there, but I mean, that's the fastest service I ever had, not to mention the cheapest doctor I've ever had. It only cost me $150 for the whole thing. And when I got back home, doctors here, I spent well, it was a lot, more than $1,000 on doctors when I got home. And then after that, there was tests that I had to pay for. But I'd also like to thank Jay. He was with us. He was getting off trail that day too, but he only got off trail, I think, for maybe a couple of days. I hope he's still out there hiking. But he was great. He actually, while I was sick, he would check on me, asked me if I needed anything from town, and I think he went and got me some Tylenol one day. He was a super great guy. So everybody out there was actually pretty good. On the Appalachian Trail, I don't think I've ever met a nicer group of people. I can't wait to go back, because at first I looked at this as quitting, and now I don't, because I didn't quit. I was kind of forced if I was too sick. And am I going back? Oh yeah, I'm definitely going back. It may not be next year, maybe the year after or the year after that, but I'm definitely going back. I mean, hell, I have all my gear. So I'm going to show you guys a few things. I've been kayaking, went to a couple baseball games, did a little bit of hiking, but yeah, I'm going to show you that right now. Enjoy.
we have a winner indeed. Bill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Going on a little hike on the Blackwater Heritage Trail, paved trail. I think I prefer ground, but I think I'm only going to do maybe a 5 or 6 mile hike today, mostly because I got a late start and had a job interview this morning. But so far I'm enjoying myself. It's very, very peaceful out here. It's not cold like the Appalachian Trail, which I sort of miss, but having fun. Take a look in front of me. Just walking across the bridge right now. Well, after everything you've just seen, I did want to go back and mention, I did mention the depression that I had, and it was pretty bad there. There were times when I was, I would wake up, in the morning, just incredibly angry that I was even alive at the time. I was mad to be waking, to even wake up. But I managed to get out of that funk because I started, like I said, I'm going back to school. Again, I just got a new part-time job. It's at an old place that I worked, but at least I'm not managing. But yeah, that's gotten a lot better, and I'm moving forward. And if you're ever thinking, is he gonna go back? I'm absolutely definitely going to go back. As I've already started saving up a little for the next time I'm going, which I want to say is going to be 2 to 3 years from now, but I don't know. I definitely have learned that I'm going to change out some of my gear. Like the pack I was wearing was actually sort of rubbing a sore on my lower back. So there's another pack I'm gonna get. It's a slightly bigger version of another pack I already have. It's an Osprey, and I'm gonna get that and use that because I really like the Osprey for the Appalachian Trail. The pack I was wearing was a Z-Pax, and I'm probably gonna hang on to that. If I don't hang on to it, I'll probably buy another one later if I decide to hike the PCT, because it's a really good backpack. I'll probably get a lower pad for the lumbar area so I don't rub another sore into my back, but that's probably because I may have had my weight in my backpack distributed wrong, so it was just cutting into me a little bit. My tent was awesome. It's a bit see-through, but you can mostly see shadows through it. That was the tent you saw in, I think, my first video, and you saw me in it in other videos. It's a good tent. I am going to send it back to Z-Pax to get it upgraded so it can be a standalone tent, because I noticed that when I was at Gooch Mountain Shelter, I had a real hard time getting the stakes into the ground because the ground was real hard there. So I'm going to get a standalone thing. It's going to cost me a little over $100 to get that done. That way I can set that up and just place it anywhere. And yeah, so yeah, I'm already planning on going back. Well, that's it for this video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on my future videos. I'm not quite sure at all, so if anything you guys would like to see, just let me know in the comments. And there's something I always keep in mind whenever life gets pretty bad, or even if it gets good, nothing's ever the same as it was a year ago. So, like, last year, this time, I was exhausting myself working 2 jobs, getting very little sleep to save up for the trail. And now I have 1 job and I'm heading back to school in a few days. Just like March of 2017, I only had 1 job and wasn't doing really much. In March of 2018, I was on a mountain. So, hopefully, this time next year, things will be incredibly different. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, thanks. Hope you enjoyed the video. And hopefully I'll be posting another one a lot sooner than this one was, since it took me a good 4 months. Bye.